It's a conspiracy. Filmoljupci, evo nas u Art Kinu na 5. History Film Festivalu, gdje projekcije upravo su u tijeku, a ovdje s nama je Sean Rhodes, jedan od autora, znači, filma Little Satchmo, pa on će nam nešto reći o svom filmu. Sean, how was it? Your second time here in History Film Festival, so what is the deal?
I love being here. This is my favorite film festival in the world, and I've been to a lot of them. But everybody here is so great, and I've made a lot of friends, and it's so great to be back here with the new film, Little Satchmo.
Yeah, the new film. So tell us something about the new film.
Well, okay, so it turns out that Louis Armstrong, the king of jazz, had a secret daughter, a child that nobody knew about. Otherwise, no one knew that he had any offspring. So it was pretty staggering when she actually came to us and said that she was the daughter of Louis Armstrong, and she wrote a book about it, and we were like, well, this is the best opportunity to make a documentary I've ever seen. So we did.
Yeah, but I guess not everyone was happy about it. You know, it's a secret.
Well, it really changes history according to the Historical Museum. There's other people who are working on films of Louis Armstrong's life, and this really kind of throws a monkey wrench in there, the fact that he had a kid and nobody knew about it. Yeah. So, and it's really her story, and it's more of a story. It's kind of a love story between a daughter who was missing her father, who was never really there, supported her, but she kind of grew up without a father, and it's a really touching documentary about that, about their lives, and about her life.
Exactly, and all here on the History Film Festival.
You're only going to see it here.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm John Alexander, director of Little Satchmo, the feature documentary about the secret daughter of Louis Armstrong. Without further ado, here is Sharon Preston Folta.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for including Little Satchmo in the festival. I am so sorry that I am not there with you physically, but believe me, I am with you in my heart. And I want you to know that as you watch this film, that this film is about family, no matter what family looks like, and about finding your voice, and that every voice and everyone matters.
Thank you for watching Little Satchmo. Sharon and I worked together closely to bring her story to the screen, and we hope you enjoy the film.
This is Louis Satchmo Armstrong, and I know Sharon's a good girl. She better be. You, Sharon, you better be a very good girl.
I'm the only child Louis Armstrong ever had. He knew it. My mother knew it. and I know it too. Tell Sharon she is the most blessed child in the world. The only thing she will probably miss is the lovely, juicy kisses she gives to her daddy Satchmo. Tee-hee.
Why, it's Louis Armstrong. Who else?
But what I want to know, how you're feeling, and you're coming home soon. I sure would be glad to see you in the little shaver.
Publicly fawning over a child fathered with his mistress wasn't exactly an option for Louis Armstrong. He always wanted to be a father, but we had to keep it all secret.
Filmoljupci, evo još uvijek stignete doći na 5. History Film Festival, projekcije su upravo u tijeku, a sada ćemo vidjeti insert iz filma Golda koji je na rasporedu sutra. Vidimo se.
Hello to you in the History Film Festival. I wish I could be there with you, but I'm happy that you have the chance to watch the film Golda. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about the film. We started this project about 3 years ago. My name is Udinir. I created it together with Sagi Bornstein and Shani Rosanes. We got a request to create a film about Golda Meir. We were quite surprised by that because, as we later learned, Golda is quite well known around the world and is a sort of feminist icon and a positive figure. But back in her homeland in Israel, she's a pretty infamous figure, I would say, considered a sort of a symbol for failure. And the unique thing about this project, or the way we were lucky with it, was that when we already almost completed the creation of the film about 2 years ago, we got a call from the Israeli TV archives in Jerusalem saying that they found a little box. They were just moving to a new place. They found a little box on the floor that says Golda, and they didn't know what was in it. And they didn't even have the machinery to read it anymore because it was such an old format. We took the box, we converted it in an external studio, and when it came back we realized that this is a never before seen off-the-record interview that Golda held with 2 journalists in the Israeli television, and it is the last interview ever shot in her life. She was just a few months before she passed away. And this interview ended up being the basis for the film that you're about to see today. I hope you enjoy the film, and I hope to meet you one day in the future when travel is back. Thank you. Enjoy.
המלכה של העם היהודי, וגם היום.
היא לא הבינה את הכאב, את הכעס.
כמו שהיא עלתה ביום אחד, ככה התקמצנחה.
זה היה נורא.
אף אחד לא חי.
אי אפשר לדעת כאילו מחשבות צומחות במוחה.
היא הבינה שזה נגמר.
Growing up in the South Bronx, when the heroin epidemic really hit strong, I got used to seeing the addicts. At one point, there were 100,000 addicts in New York. So I wanted to do something.
It was the Black Panthers and the Young Lords. They actually were the first ones to bring acupuncture to the South Bronx.
They tried the acupuncture and they saw that it did take the edge off. And so they kept on coming every single day.
Corporate doctors at that time saw everything that we were doing as a threat.
And we got the people who we detox and the community involved in political work. So they all became activists. So we became an issue in the South Bronx and a threat to the establishment.
Trying to tell you. We were calling for free quality health care for all. That was the bottom line for all of this.
I think it's important to realize that the pioneers are always the ones targeted as the fools and the naysayers and all the rest.
7 people from the radical underground were indicted.
We were living in a revolutionary period.
And I've had just about every piece of filth written about me. I just think maybe if I just told the truth for once, told the whole story, maybe I'll be better judged.
The story of Tim Bell is really the story of influence over the last 50 years.
The founder of Bell Pottinger, Tim Bell.
Great Tim Bell, Lord Bell, who was Mrs. Thatcher's favourite ad man, masterminded her 3 election victories.
Didn't really know what I was good at, but I was a good salesman.
Now, you moved advertising into a workable weapon. This was the beginning of a very new and burgeoning industry.
They keep on saying he worked for Pinochet. I did not. I never met Pinochet.
But you did meet him.
I did meet him. I met him 10 years earlier in Santiago.
Are we allowed to know all your clients?
You can know all those except, unfortunately, the government.
A $500 million contract in Iraq.
As a journalist, you start thinking, what's happening here? Something's not okay.
What went wrong?
The British public relations company Bell Pottinger stands accused of fomenting racial tensions in post-apartheid South Africa.
You know, this is a perfect environment to influence narratives and play on fear.
I am going up against one of the biggest PR firms in the world.
And we begin to excavate the rot, the truth.
Foreign leaders and dictators, big corporations, Russian oligarchs. He's the guy behind the scenes can fix it.
Is this how the world works?
It's one of the ways the world works. Go anywhere, do anything was very much the bumper sticker.
Dobar dan, and thank you for coming to watch this film. I Want My Country Back is an homage of our team to the Afghan women that we have met over the course of some years and of research, of travels to Afghanistan, and with whom we fell in love. Their amazing resilience, their courage, their optimism despite everything make them unique. And in this film you will see some of these women coming from very different parts of the Afghan society and from different places of the region, who have accepted to share their stories, their memories, their feelings with the viewers, making themselves in a way vulnerable, but with the hope that their voice and their perspective on the history of their country is heard. Let's hope this film can help other people and really remind all of us not to forget Afghanistan, not to forget the Afghan women. Hope you enjoy the film. Bye-bye.
Me recuerdo cómo estudiábamos, cómo íbamos al colegio, nuestra casa. Todo el mundo sobre la azotea de su casa estaban volando sus cometas de todos los colores, ciudad de Kabul, ¿no?
A da, zato i moramo čekati, zato. Evo nas i dalje u Art Kinu, s nama je Branko Schmidt, čekamo otvorenje, koji je autor filma Demo. Vi ste prvi put na History Film Festivalu, pa možete nam reći kako vam se čini do sada?
Pa jako volim doći u Rijeku. Rijeka je jedan od najljepših gradova u Hrvatskoj i užitak mi je biti ovdje. A pogotovo kada moj film večeras otvara festival. Tako da je posebna čast da sam ovdje i da publika pogleda jedan film o Domovinskom ratu koji je sve samo ne dosadni dokumentarni film, nego ljubavni film o Domovinskom ratu i po tome je možda poseban. Zato će, vjerujem, oni koji su došli pogledati film biti vrlo zadovoljni.
A oni koji su blizu još uvijek stignu pogledati, znači ljubavni film o Domovinskom ratu, znači pohrlite, projekcija samo što nije.